Welcome, Leo. This is your reading for the second half of July. And as a July Leo myself, this is a special month for us. My birthday is July 29th. So happy birthday to all the Leo babes and also all the July Leo babes, because it's going to be a special time for us, not only astrologically, but this tarot reading is to give you a little bit of guidance of what to expect in the second half of this month. So, Leo, let's start with the first card. First card that we have pulled is going to be the Ace of Swords. Now, this is my very own Hermes Master Alchemist Tarot deck, and I have created this deck not only because it helps you learn tarot through the archetypes of Greek mythology using the archetypes of tarot, but I really enjoy the fact that these cards often come together and tell the myths of the Greek myths, the mythology of the archetypes of the tarot, and really help you solidify and see how you can further deepen this reading by yourself going to check out the Greek myths that this might portray so that you can figure out if there's any additional details in those stories that resonate with you more than just the reading that I give you here. So, starting off, we have Medusa. She is our Ace of Swords. And Medusa, this is her as Athena's priestess before she was turned into a Gorgon with snakes for hair. Now, Ace of Swords in tarot is all about self. Any ace is talking about you, yourself, and the swords are an air sign talking about truth, talking about the knowledge that we are gaining through living our truth. And in this reading with Medusa, this is reminding you that right now, if you are feeling any sort of confusion, if you are feeling wronged in any way, to understand that it's time to stand in your power, stand in your truth, and own it, and know that you are not a weak little miss. You are a priestess. You are somebody that can defend yourself. You do not need a defender. And remember, when Medusa is turned into a Gorgon, she turns those that look her in the eyes to stone, because that is how powerful she is standing in her truth. People cannot bear to look at her if they are not also living in their truth and there to hurt her or harm her in any way. So, what is it right now in your life that you need to face up, face the music, and know that you are not weak, you are not powerless, you are truly owning and embodying what it is in your life that you are ready to move past the shadow work you're ready to do and move forward so that you can receive your ultimate blessings and abundance. Now, next coming in, we're going to talk about each card one by one. And then I usually like to pull 8 cards to tell a story and see how they are in opposition from each other. So I'm going to talk about each card one by one and then how they came out in position for the cards in opposition, because it really is fascinating how a lot of them are resonating with the card that is opposite them. Now, next we have the goddess of cows. This is Artemis. Artemis is the twin sister of Apollo. Apollo is thought to be the sun god, whereas Artemis is thought to be the goddess of the moon. And here she is in this deck. Instead of coins, we are using cows, telling the mythology of Hermes through cows. And this is still earthly abundance. This is still talking about the abundance that not only Mother Nature gives you, but your ability to create earthly abundance in this realm. And truly, when we have Artemis here, she's standing with her bow, but she's also standing watching over her brother's cows while he's bringing up the morning sun, because she is trusted. She is nurturing. Everybody that is in her presence knows that she will care for them. So they are safe. There is no risk. So, right now in this time, especially with Medusa here, it's letting you know that you are safe to express yourself. You are safe to own whatever it is that you are stepping into on this journey, that you have nothing to fear, that the goddess is there to protect you, even when it feels unsafe to express yourself, maybe as the fully embodied woman, man that you feel yourself to be. Now, next up, we have Judgment. In this deck, we have Pandora with her beautiful golden box given to her as a wedding gift from Zeus. She was brought to her wedding by Zeus's son Hermes and told that she is never to open this golden box. She is never to open this gift that was given to her on her wedding. Now, anybody that knows that's received a gift, whether it be a wedding gift, birthday gift, if somebody gives you a beautiful golden box and tells you just don't open it, you're going to open it. You're absolutely going to find time to explore what is inside of it. Now, we all know with Pandora and why she is the judgment card is because what was released from that box was all the ills of the world, all the sins, greed, lust, gluttony, all the things that we identify with as negative in this earthly plane. But at the same time, we needed to see the ugly. We needed to see that judgment coming from within that gift in order to realize that those are also the things that make life exciting, make life fun, right? If everything was just perfect every day, if there were no sins, if there was no sinners, then would we really be having fun or would life be pretty friggin' boring? So Pandora is here in the position of judgment to remind you to open the box that holds your gifts and to face whatever fears may be inside them, because you truly are able to embody, to carry those gifts forward as the strong person that you are or are becoming in this time. Now, next we have Chariot coming in the reverse position. So Chariot is letting us know that you are making fast movements forward. These two horses, one black, one white, showing duality, pulling this beautiful golden carriage, are letting you know that things are moving fast, things are speeding ahead for you. But in the reverse position, it's letting us know that maybe that energy is not yet fully developed. Maybe you're not ready to move forward. Maybe you're not ready for the speed that things are moving forward in your life. But regardless, the Chariot is here to let you know that when you put both horses full steam ahead to pull that beautiful golden chariot where you are ready to go, progress and forward movement will happen, but you can't fear where the road is taking you, where the path is taking you. You have to trust that you are getting there in exactly the perfect timing and the perfect way that you are meant to. Now, let's talk about the next 4 cards that came out. 9 cards came out in the shuffle, so I'm going to pull a 10th for confirmation at the end of this reading. But I want to just show the next few cards that came out and show you how they came out in opposition to what would be partners or pairs. Now, first we had Medusa, Ace of Swords, and then next coming in, we had Hades, which is the Titan of swords, and he came in reverse position. So again, this is letting you know that maybe you haven't really done all the shadow work that you need to. Maybe in the reverse position, the Titan of Swords is letting you know that you still have barriers that you need to break through. The Titan of Swords truly is talking about being foolhardy. It's about being overly confident. It's about being cocky to a fault. So maybe you really haven't been doing the work. You've still been walking around with that little bit of nose up in the air of arrogance because you don't believe that there's more shadows that you have to overcome. You don't believe that there's more in the underworld that you need to dig up. But when we see the card, the Titan of Swords, it's reminding us that we need to be humble, we need to stay in our lane, and we need to realize that even like the swords, the knowledge, the truth that's coming through is not because you are superior. It is because you are ready to receive that information and to work on it, but you can't use it as a weapon against others to show that you are better, you know more, you can do better than others. It's truly just as a reflection that you have done the work, you've done that shadow work, and you're ready to realize that, yeah, you're hot shit, but you're not hot shit more than somebody else. You're just owning and embodying your own wisdom and knowledge that you've gained by doing the shadow work, going down in the depths and coming back up and realizing that there's more to explore than just what we see on the surface at face value. Now, next, coming in together in opposing positions, what I think is really beautiful is we started off with Artemis, the goddess of coins, and then also coming in reverse, we have Amphitrite, the goddess of cups. Now, the fact that swords came in on top of each other, the fact that 2 goddesses came in on top of each other, that was really powerful me when I saw how this reading was playing out, because it's showing the mirroring effects of when you're ready to do the work versus when you're not ready to do the work. These cards coming in reverse, letting us know there may be some hesitancy still to continue moving forward down the path that you've been going for the first half of the year. But these cards are here to remind us that you are strong enough, you are wise enough to take on the second half of the year with even more energy, more gusto than you began it with. Amphitrite, as the goddess of cups, she is here reminding us that we have that emotional, that intuitive energy and intelligence to not only command the oceans and all the creatures in the ocean, but we have the ability to fill our cup, therefore filling the cups of others around us. Much like any queen, you do not go out and seek what it is that you need. You know that it is brought to you, and it is brought to you as a gift from the gods because you are a goddess. You do not go out and beg. You do not go out and borrow and steal. You truly know your position on this earth, in this earthly plane, and you allow the beauty of your life to flow to you as effortlessly as the calm water that Amphitrite is surrounded with. Amphitrite was also believed to be a mermaid. So just remembering that you have those mystical, magical qualities where you're able to really harness and hold different energy within your body, within your spirit, within your nervous system than others may be able to, because you embrace the magic, you embrace the woo that you're meant here to not only receive in your life, but to give out to others. So, what is it in your life that you have been resisting? And realizing that you can't hold back any of the water, any of the beautiful wisdom that's flowing to you. You need to allow it to move you in the direction that is going to bring you the most peace, the most calm. Now, we had Judgment on the top with Pandora, but then on the bottom, we had the Lovers coming in this reading. So, again, Judgment can be thought to be anti-love, right? When you are in judgment of someone, you're resisting showing them the love that not only they need, but you need in return. This card is truly talking about not just resisting the temptation of judgment, but realizing that whether it be platonic or romantic love, you are ready to receive more. You are ready to be cared for by others, whether that be friends, family, romantic partners. You are ready to be held and really worshiped and cherished, because when you know your worth, you will never settle for less, which is also what the Queen of Cups is telling us, that when you know your worth, when you understand the value of your emotional and intuitive self, you do not surrender or give up what it is that you know you deserve and are ready to receive. You stand in that and say, I will wait until the perfect love, the perfect partnership comes along for me. Now, this is Hermes and this is Aphrodite. Even though Aphrodite was coveted by every man in ancient Greece, people were trying to manipulate her and get them to just love her so that they could leave her. Hermes truly was her divine counterpart. He knew that he would sacrifice anything for her, and she knew that he would sacrifice anything to assist her in any way. And it wasn't in a manipulative sexual way, it was truly as two gods, just grateful for each other's partnership, grateful for each other's care. So, who in your life is not only coming in to give you that love, that divine partnership, but who can you seek around you that will assist you when you feel like you're not your strongest, when you feel like some days you need that little extra oomph of caring, just a hug, a friendly word? Who is in your circle that is going to help you align what it is that you need in these next few weeks of July, so that you don't feel so alone, so that you don't feel like you're doing it all by yourself. You feel like you truly have a partner in crime in these next few months. Now, the Chariot came in, and the Chariot is reminding us that, again, things are moving fast and moving in a new direction. But then we also had the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is coming in to let us know that maybe we do still feel alone. Maybe we do still feel abandoned. Maybe we do still feel hurt by those that are meant to help us. The Seven of Swords, this is a beautiful mermaid siren that is at the bottom of the ocean, waiting for that next sailor to come along so that she can sing her siren song. But while remembering that all these sailors have gone before her and now she is left alone, she is left in contemplation, it's also about reminding you that when you take that time for stillness, when you take the time to realize that you truly are desired and that people are looking for you to share your beautiful voice, it's not so much about sitting in the stillness of martyrdom. It's about realizing that you're just waiting for that next ship to come along so that you can find the next suitor, the next person that will be able to assist you as you sing that siren song. Now, we don't encourage anybody to jump overboard and sacrifice themselves for us, especially as Leo. Once again, just like Medusa, we stand in our power. We own our truth. We know that we are not little misses that need a savior. But this card is letting you know that maybe you really do feel like you've had to do it on your own for so long that you're almost pushing away the assistance when the time comes. This card is reminding us not to push away the assistant, that when that next ship comes in and somebody else is there wanting to hear us and hear from us, that this is about truly letting people in so that you're no longer at the depths clinging on to the last sword of the suitor before. You're truly finding those people that are ready to assist you and love you, just like you know that you need to be loved. Now, this is confirmation for me because our ninth card that came out during my shuffle is the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is talking about the myth of the Minotaur that lived in King Minos's palace. And King Minos had to build a labyrinth to not only trap the Minotaur, but when others went in to find and hunt down the Minotaur, they would themselves become trapped in the labyrinth and have no way out. So here we have a skeleton holding his cup, surrounded by his timepieces, and truly biding his time as much as he has left as a skeleton, and figuring out how is he going to get out? How is his plan to return to his loved ones? If he continues to sit here and wait and wish and hope, he knows that he's never going to make it home to his loved ones because he feels trapped inside the labyrinth, trapped inside this maze where it feels like there's no way out. But if you look behind in the card, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So this card is reminding you, are you choosing to stay trapped? Are you choosing to believe that you are stuck in a maze with no way out? Or are you just not looking at the next opportunity, at the light at the end of the tunnel that will allow you to find your way back home to those that love you, to those that are ready to receive you with open arms? So really beautiful reading, Leo. It definitely resonates with me, myself, as a Leo that's been really working to not only let go of the ego, let love in, realize I don't have to do it all on my own. But it's about understanding that we don't have to forsake ourselves and forsake what it is that we truly want from this life just in order to hide, stay hidden in the shadows. We are ready to be seen and heard for who we really are and experience more love before than we have ever experienced. Now, one card just came out in the shuffle. I just want to give it another few shuffles. Source, are there any other messages for Leo at the end of July 2025 for us to receive? And I also will pull an oracle card or two at the end so that we can get not only confirmation on this reading, but another beautiful message to let you know, Leo, what it is that you can expect or work towards, move forward towards at the end of this beautiful July 2025 that we're experiencing. All right, Source, any final messages? Oh, maybe not. All right, let's look at this other card that came through. Sometimes I like to split the deck and see where I pull it from, but we love it. So the Titan of Cows. So not only did we have two goddesses come out in this reading, but we had two Titans come out. Now, the Titan of Cows, this is Helios. Helios is the god of the sun that many people confuse him and Apollo with. And both have been credited in Greek mythology for carrying the sun across the sky with a golden chariot. But Helios is here to remind us that not only are you seeking the abundance that is brought to you by the harvest of the sun and the fields, but when you dim your light for anyone, when you don't shine as brightly as you know you can, you truly are not only allowing others to see you for who you really are, but then you're living in sadness by feeling like people misunderstand you when truly you're not being the beautiful golden ray of sun that you know you are and they know that you can be. So when you see the Titan of Cows, it's truly about reminding you that you have a job, you have a mission here on earth to shine your light and to bring that sunshine up every morning and set it every night so that people can truly not only see you and the beauty that you bring, but so that you can create your harvest of abundance and allow them to mirror that and create their harvest of abundance. Because after all, if the sun doesn't come up every day, then we also wouldn't get up every day, right? We would stay hidden. We would stay not growing, not changing, not moving forward in our life. Now, I just want to split the deck and we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, once again, not only talking about the same partnership of the lovers, but Two of Wands in any deck is talking about partnership in general, talking about two uniting forces coming together. And in this reading, this is King Agamemnon standing before his court, letting them know that they are going to undertake the challenge of fighting in the Trojan War. And with these two wands, fire energy is representing not only creativity and innovation, but he's standing there with his beautiful gladiator, muscly power, letting them know that he is a confident, conquering leader, and that when he says that they are going to war, he knows that he will not only win the battle, but he will find his way back home at the end of this 10-year war. So, what wars are you fighting, whether it be internally or externally right now? And understand that only through your creative innovations are you going to be able to succeed and to find your way back home, which is exactly the position that you belong in, coming back home to yourself, especially as we are going another circle around the sun, Leo. What do you need to do right now to find your way back home to yourself and to be more you than you've ever been before? Now, next from the Celestial Kin Oracle deck, and these cards will be linked in the description of this video below. These are card decks that I have created in the last year to not only help myself get a better connection with source, spirit, divine universe, whatever it is you choose to say, but these are truly meant to give you an uplifting, positive message that not only act as a sister deck to coincide with the, I'm interested in what this card is, coincide in the tarot reading, but I often find that they will confirm not only the message of the tarot when used together, but also the Celestial Kin Oracle is meant to get us more in contact with the extraterrestrial galactic family that I truly believe that we used to watch X-Files, right? Star Trek, Star Wars. I truly believe that we are already connecting and communicating with, but hopefully in the future, connecting and communicating with even more. So this card deck is truly meant to help you get into further alignment with that and to understand the messages and the stories and the power that they bring. Any final messages through the Oracle deck, Source? What does this collective for Leo, second half of 2025, what do they need to know? Sometimes the cards fly out easy, sometimes not so much, but we'll just see if there's any final messages for Leo 2025. But a beautiful message came out already, so I'm excited to read that oracle description to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 more shuffles. That was 1, that was 2, that was 3, that's 4. All right, let's call it. So this is the Celestial Kin Oracle deck, and the card that came out is the Draconians. Respect your power, not only, or respect power, both yours and others. So respect power, both yours and others. And give me one moment. Let's turn to the Draconians. The Draconians are thought to be the reptilians. They're thought to be money hungry, power hungry, cunning, conniving. But I truly believe, again, that any type of race that's here on planet Earth that has assisted planet Earth, it's truly for our benefit. And so you can label it and believe whatever you want. But I choose not to believe those fear-based narratives or to be caught in any drama that I don't really truly know about. So until the truth of the draconians is revealed to me, I choose to believe that they are all here for a reason, for a purpose on this earth, on this planet, to help us ascend not only higher spirituality, but greater frequency and resonance, which will only help us get to where we need further and faster. So respect power, both yours and others. A beautiful message from the draconians. Power is not inherently good or evil, it simply exists. How you wield it defines your nature. Respect your power and use it wisely, but also recognize and respect the power in others. Collaboration built on mutual strength creates empires. Their guidance is to step into your authority without arrogance and empower others while standing firm in your own boundaries. Now, like I said, I truly believe that this Celestial Kin Oracle deck and the Hermes Master Alchemist Tarot, because I created them at the same time, I feel like they truly act to confirm the reading. And what did we talk about with the Titan of Swords? This card truly talking about not being overly cocky, not being foolhardy, not being so egotistical and stuck in your ego that you believe that you're better or more worthy than others. It's about truly understanding that right now we are all helping each other back home. We are all divinely guiding each other so that we can find the people, the partnerships, and the purposes that we need to right now in order to not only raise our frequency,